Nells&SonsGaming here, doing a little Final Fantasy VII live streaming. No one will probably end up joining the chat, but that's okay. This is all going to YouTube, so it'll just be a video that you'll probably click on. Hopefully you'll take the time to watch it. So let's get into it. So today we are messing around in Chapter 17 Combat Simulator. I wanted to do some Tifa. Haven't beaten her solo thing. I haven't done too much in this simulator actually at this point. Put this game down for a while after I beat it. Started playing some other stuff. I figured it's a good time to come back around to it. Ooh, there's a lot I haven't done. Let's try this one first. See what we can do here. Well, before we do this, actually, let's get into our first build we're going to mess around with. This is the one I usually use with her. This is my go-to, pretty much standard Tifa build here. We have the feathered gloves, cog bangle, and supernatural wrist guard. Feathered gloves for the speed, obviously. My goal with her is she is my main damage dealer, so I want her to accumulate ATB as fast as possible. Her materia setup, I have for this one lightning and elemental. You can swap the lightning out for whatever element you need at the time. Lightning works pretty good for this particular battle right here. Then we're going to go with Deadly Dodge and Parry materia, so you can get around the map easily and continually building that ATB. We'll go with Skill Master. First Strike, so she starts with the ATB, and then we're going to need Chakra for this because we need to be able to heal ourselves. Choco Mug don't really use the summon, but I do use the for the stat boost. And let's see if maybe there's a better one for right now. I think I had it for her. I was working on a Chi Trap build. I haven't really messed around too much with it, but that's why I had that one. Let's see what do we want to use here. Vitality, yeah, this is what we'll do. We'll go, no, efforts on Barrett right now. Just have to take it off Barrett. Since we're going to be doing Tifa solo here. Let's see. Alright, we should be ready to go. Let's take a look at this. So here. Like I said, I have not beaten this one. I haven't really done too much messing around in this simulator. After I beat the game, I messed around a little bit with it, and I did some chapter select things that I wanted to do. Went and redid some chapters, but my 4-year-old's actually put a lot of hours into the end game of this. He pretty much grew all my materia for me. I appreciate it. He don't even know how to use it. He just spams attacks pretty much. Let's get this show on the road. I hate this guy. I hate getting traded. Frogs or whatever.
trained for this. Hang in there!
Oh, okay, alright.
Gotta be smart. Hang in there!
Stay away. This might end quick. I'm not careful here.
Let's do this right. You ready? Give him your all.
Oh, sloppy.
Heads up.
Sloppy. Opportunity there. I didn't have all my chi all the way up, or my, what's it called, my concentration, or whatever it is. Oh, I'm rusty. I have not played this in a minute.
Let's do this right. No more games. It's over. Think fast. There. Gotta be smart.
Do this right this time.
Damn it.
Got him pressured here. Let's see.
Let's do this right. Damn it! No more games. It's over. Beat him. Enough. Keep it up. There. There's still a chance.
There we go.
That's a win.
There's a good cancel combo at the end with the dive kick. No, that's a little harder than it should have been, though. That was not smooth whatsoever. This Phantom's the next, if I can get past this one, it should be smooth sailing to the final boss, but this guy can sometimes give me trouble here.
Okay. Put it in the arm. Gotcha. Cut. Yeah, beat them. Come on. Gotcha. There. Gotta be smart.
Just stagger him. Oh, where you at?
Cut. Beat them. fair.
Okay. Yeah, this two should be pretty easy here. He has some powerful moves, but if he catches you with that slam thing. Not yet. Let's get out of the way first here. I like using that parry with Tifa, because I mean, you see how quick you can move around the screen and get out of the way. Oh, see, that's it. The bound slam. Yeah. Chakra some of that back.
Let's do this right. Go for it.
Pressure, or focus strike him. Ah, he's so brief.
There. You ready? Down.
There we go.
Bingo. Here. Go for it.
There we go.
Keep it up. There.
That still worked though.
That's a win.
See how fast she builds ATB with this build, you know, especially with the speed of those feather gloves and everything. Powerhouse. I mean, glass cannon for sure, but try to out DD whatever you're fighting. This guy doesn't stand a chance.
I'm gonna feel this one. Finish him off. Worked up a good sweat.
All right, here we go, guys. Last one. See if we can beat it finally. Upgrade or whatever. Try to be smart about it. Hopefully try to be smart about it. Back off.
Gotta be slow. Have him on the road. He's getting mad. Damn it.
forced my hand. Costing me. That could end up costing me.
This fight's not over yet. You're gonna feel this one.
There we go, come on. There we go. Alright. That's closer than it had to be. Man.
It's a win.
Rune armlet. Alright. Okay. I don't need items anyway, so let's give this a shot here. I don't know how this is gonna go. Hard difficulty here. We'll give it a try though. Oh yeah, this one's rough, man. This one's Tifa. I don't remember this fight. I've tried it before. Better than that. I knew better than that.
No, I thought that was stronger than this.
That was awful. Alright, let's give it another shot here. Uh-oh. Have little Nell's brother number 4 over here getting a little fussy, so might be calling it a little early here. I'll have to stop him and give him a bottle and whatnot. Yeah, I'm getting roasted. I can't talk and do it on hard level, or on hard mode. Hardly talk and do it on normal to begin with. That's what I need to try to do a hard mode playthrough.
This can't be how it ends.
I need to buckle down and do that. I got through the first chapter and then kind of got stuck in a spot and I guess I moved on to different games. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that with her, not with that setup. We'll get out of that one here. Like I said, we're probably going to have to call this a little bit early because we have the fussy Noxy Nells here. My other 3 kids are with my parents tonight. My wife is with her mother, and it's just me and the 3-month-old here. Chilling and playing some Final Fantasy, but he's going to make me stop and give him a bottle. Maybe I'll jump back on it a little bit and try some different... I wanted to get into some different combinations with her. I've been working on a Chi Trap setup with the... Oh, what were they? What's those gloves? I can't remember the name of them now off the top of my head. Oop. Wrong thing. The mithril claws. Yeah, but I haven't really used Chi too much, so I kind of read up on the theory on how to use it, but trying to apply it was kind of a different story, unless I'm not getting something. So yeah, I wanted to mess around with that kind of build, you know, and see what kind of, you know, maybe just a magic attack build, period, you can put on her, and what kind of damage she could do with spells. You know, I don't know, I just wanted to mess around with Tifa. She's my favorite in this because of her attack style and everything. It's just, she's extremely fun to play. You're just flying around the screen, comboing, doing all sorts of stuff. She really highlights how robust the combat system in this game is. Yeah, I'm gonna do these little live streams from now on, every so often. Probably just for the time being, messing around in the simulator with some different builds, different weapons on characters, and trying to optimize some things and maybe move on to a hard mode playthrough, if that's something that might get some traction. Like I said, I got through the first chapter. I'd start from the beginning again, though. But I wasn't quite level 50 yet, so I wanted to stop and get everyone up to level. Let's see, I think everyone should be there. Yeah, they're all 50. There, yeah. So, I got pretty much all the materia maxed. Not all of it, but all the ones that I kind of need. Unlocked all the ones I wanted. I wanted to try some different combinations and see, I know what like the best materia combinations are, but I don't kind of maybe wanted to mess around in the combat simulator with maybe some oddball combinations, some of the lesser used materias, and see what we can come up with. One thing about this game as compared to the original is the materia system isn't as flexible. It doesn't seem, at least for this iteration. Maybe in the next the next release of the remake, they might open it up a little bit. But because there's crazy things you could do with materia in the original. I tried to do some of my favorite ones on this, and it doesn't quite work the same. Like, you can get half of your combination to work, but, like one of my favorite things on the original was stacking, MP absorb, HP absorb, elemental, and an all, and then throw, a fire or an ice or a lightning or whatever, and then you're just casting, and just wiping out hordes of enemies and getting HP and MP back at all times, and, So it's a little disappointing that you can't do quite that, but let's kind of want to mess around and push these to the limit and see kind of what you could do with maybe some of the materia that people are kind of overlooking. Pretty much I have almost everything, or all the materia, I'm pretty sure. There might be a few I'm missing. I'll have to look, make sure I have absolutely everything, but, let's see. And there's some I might have to mix. I have a lot of them maxed, though. There's some I'm missing, it looks like. My elemental, my warding. HP absorb. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on those too. MP's up, alright. Yeah, so we'll look through that, make sure we get everything that we can, and then I do need to get the Bahamut summon. That's one I do need. So there's some things that we can do. Start doing live streaming here. Like I said, we'll just start throwing up some Final Fantasy content, see what we come up with. We'll test out materia, test out some different maybe weapon and equipment combinations, and see what kind of builds we can come up with for the different characters. Right now I'm going to take a look at Tifa. Maybe go to Cloud, and then we'll work our way down here. I know during my playthrough, I've played every pretty much Final Fantasy that's important from Nintendo to now, so I understand kind of how the games work, how generally how you want to build things, how you want to look at your stats and use those to your advantage and everything, and especially I was big into Final Fantasy 11 for a long time, and I really still actually have a character I pay for every month that's pretty beefy, even at today's standards in that game, even though it's at the end of its life cycle. But taking advantage of the stats that you have available, and like understanding how stats kind of stack with each other to you know, and then how that affects certain spells and everything. Like understanding all that, you know, it's all pretty much basic throughout games like this. But you know, so you're not putting yourself in like a defensive turtle build. You're stacking magic on top of that to try to cast black magic or something. You know, it's like in this setup right now, Cloud's kind of my tank and healer. Tifa's my DD, and Aerith is actually my black mage, casting, Arcane Ward, and, just nuking everything. So it's like fitting different builds in with the team concept as well is something, that I'm big on. And I like to do things from that perspective. So we'll take a look at team building. Everyone should have a role, and you kind of stick with that. I see a lot of people do a lot of like willy-nilly stuff, like have a cure on all of them. Have a it's like, yeah, you could play like that, but I'd rather just focus on what that character is good at with the equipment they have, and really boost that as much as I can, and then have them perform that role. So give me a little bit of time here. I'll put this little man, get him a bottle, get him settled down, and we'll jump back on and we'll take a look at some of that stuff. And maybe over the next few weeks we'll do a few of these every now and again. We'll take a look at all these concepts I'm mentioning here. Right now I don't really have a rhyme or reason, don't have a script to what I was going to say or anything, but like I know this is kind of what I want to do with this series, if you will. So. All right, take care, YouTube. We'll see you back in maybe a little bit. I'll hop back on tonight and do another one of these. If not, keep an eye out over the next few weeks. All righty, take care.